Welcome to the Roy Anthony and
every
Friends
Tuesday and every Thursday. Y'all
Hey,
tap in.
is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Roy
Is
Anthony
anybody out
Show
there?
is the spot to be, baby.
Hey, tune in. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank
And Cynthia.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank
And Cynthia.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Everybody tune in, you dig it? It's funny as hell, my dude. It's where we can kick it.
Every Tuesday.
Everything is going
every
down.
Thursday.
They about to do the most. It ain't a confrontation, it's a conversation, homie. Yo, on the weekends, the Roy Anthony
Every
Show. It's
Tuesday.
during the week, homie. The Roy
Every
Anthony
Thursday.
Show. What you listening to? The Roy Anthony Show. Come on and get a
Tap
bar
in.
before we gotta
Tap
go.
in.
What you listening to? The Roy Anthony
Every
Show. Come on
Tuesday.
and kick it with us. The Roy Anthony
Every
Show.
Thursday.
It's going down, homeboy. The Roy Anthony Show. Co-host
Tap in.
Big Hank. We getting it with Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank.
And Cynthia.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank
And Cynthia Joy.
What it do? What it do? What it do? Sorry that it seems a little dark. I'm Roy Anthony. Welcome to the Roy Anthony Show podcast, along with my co-stars Big Hank, Norman, Miss Cynthia Joy Towner. Excuse how I was looking. I'm gonna be. We're in the process of moving. As you can tell, there's a whole bunch of stuff around, and matter of fact, I'm not even going to have the show on that long. But I'm a dedicated individual, you know. And the Roy Anthony Show podcast is coming live through the WO Entertainment platform that was created by veterans, because this platform was created to bring awareness to how our veterans commit suicide on a daily rate. And show producers, the head producers, Richie King, aka Redneck Pimp, along with the co-creator Goose, along with our social producer Blue Phoenix, Ethan Daly, and then we have our good friends, look, let me slow it down. We got our veteran friends on the Backwood Veterans back out in Oregon. And then we have the Long Beach All Stars based out of Long Beach, Compton, Linwood, Watts, and then the whole WO Entertainment family, along with our personal family, friends, associates, and those who don't like us. I am very, very happy today. You know, that's where our name of our show was, you know, if you can laugh at your problems. You know, I laugh at some of my problems. When I was a kid, my grandfather said that never stress on anything. He used to tell us, if there's something you can change, do it. If you can't not, you put it in God's hands, and He will get it out the way. You know, He'll take care of it for you or for not for you. But I just want you to know that whatever problems you're going through and stuff, it may hurt that evening, because yesterday I was like, man, I was in a terrible mood, sad. I was like, you know, it was getting to me. And not just the moving, it was circumstances, and it seemed like sometimes the whole world just come on your shoulders. But I woke up this morning laughing and stuff. And the title of the show was basically an encouragement reminder to myself, for real, no matter what I'm going through. Sometimes if you feel like you're going through the worst of times, go outside and look, and you're going to run into something into someone and find out they're doing way worse than you are, for real. And so that's why I've been laughing at some of my calamities and stuff like that, and just thanking God. You know, like I said, our show ain't gonna be gone, be on that long. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let Big Hank and Cynthia Joy know that I'm gonna be getting off here pretty early today. It's because I'm in the process of moving, like I said, um, and um, and so just in case they like, oh, I'm getting on, um, I'm going to be off early today. So anyway, I just thank God, sometimes it seems like calamities, like I said, problems, the burdens of the world, when you, especially if you take yourself to the side of what you're going through to help others, you know. Carl Loomis, what's up, man? What to do, brother? Man, just in the process of moving, Carl. I was just telling everyone, good to see you, Carl. I'm hoping to see you July the 12th. That's been my main calendar. Um, but yeah, I'm in the process of moving my mother, my auntie, the two dogs here, and everybody knows I go back and forth from California to Kansas City, and because I always had the beaches and the palm trees, but only have one mother. And some people say, "Why you don't move her to California?" So we moved. She was out there not earlier last year, and it's just too. She said it was gotten too fast for her. So that's why it's kind of dark. The lights and stuff is not um, up to par because we're about to move. I'm gonna tell just me that don't worry about the battery things and stuff. So, but whenever you're going through something real personal, it can be stressful. Like my brother Carl, getting married is can be a stressful and eventful situation. Everyone wants things to be right. They want the right of people and everything like that, and it can because it's an eventful day, and so but sometimes we need to be able to look at like if you don't go through struggles. I'm gonna do it like Frederick Douglass said. Um, struggles without struggles there is no progress, or without progress to obtain progress you have to go through some struggles. Oh, he said July the 14th, brother. That's the final date, man. This has been stressful. I can just imagine because some people can't get in town at a certain time and and convenience. And I'm gonna just give you a tidbit. Now I'm not married. I'm hoping because I've been learning from my friends who's married and I see Carl's getting into. And I was telling Richie the other day, I said, hey, I'm starting to get into that feeling, right? But um the thing is, what I hear some of the guys say who's married, happy wife, happy life. So, and I know that Carl, he said, I seen your invite. Yeah. Yeah. I thought I was already on the invite. Put my name on that roll because I'm supposed to be doing I plan on doing some stand-up comedy at the reception. Now, for real, I've been telling everybody. So now it's July the 14th, y'all. Y'all seen it. I'm gonna make sure I put it back on the screen, July the 14th. So when people go back and look at it, they say, what day it is? Go back to the video and you'll say, oh, it's July the 14th. For real. And that's in a couple of months. So um and I can tell by Carl and his beautiful, I already said that's his wife, Miss Caitlin, especially when she's been carrying the same name now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why Carl could be stressful because y'all been together for 7 years, and it's just going to be more blessings. This is just accommodate to people, and probably some family members couldn't get in town and, stuff like that. And yes, it can be stressful because no one has the answers for everybody else. That can be very stressful because you don't have the answers to the how this person, some people know you're getting married, but they like, well, I need my date. It's Carl said, brother, I'm so stoked you're going to be there, man. I am. We've been talking. I was just with Richie King Saturday. I got called Friday evening Richie King was having a show in Jamesport, Missouri. He said, Roy, you in town? And I have to be in town. Matter of fact, I was over at my brother's in Kansas City, Missouri. And he said, could you mind come doing the comedy show? And I need it. You know, stand-up comedy is therapeutic to me. And when I'm not doing no stand-up, I feel like a junkie. I need to do some stand-up. I got stuff I got to get off my chest. And he called me and he's like, hey, bro, you come now. Um, I get down there and I'm very, I'm proud to meet his family members. And um this is Richie King's family members. And this is the town he grew up with. And I got nothing but love and respect for his uncle. Um, Wise guy. He had me laughing. They seen that my aura. Yes, okay. If you want to look at skin complexions, yes, I was the only black. They was all white and they called themselves redneck. I don't like saying it. I was talking to my mother and I said, it was Richie and his family that, they called themselves redneck. She was like, you don't say that's derogatory. I said, yo, I didn't say that. I said, that's what they say. I don't call them. I call them brothers or men. What's up? You feel me? That's how I am. And they loved me. I remembered them from last time I was there, and they remembered me from the show. And so I was there. I did 2 shows. We did a clean show at 6 o'clock, which is really, I thought it was just a touch up, the evening show. And this is happening in, like I said, Jamesport, Missouri. And I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't feel awkward. I didn't feel inadequate. I didn't feel none of that. Even when they told me that the town back in the days was a sundown city. Now, if anybody don't know what a sundown means, it is that and there's certain cities in the U.S. that a black person couldn't be in once the sun got down, or it was free range for anybody outside of being black could shoot you, you know. And I was like, I didn't hold that grudge against them. They didn't make up the laws. They probably wasn't even around, or probably little kids when that was happening. But there's still cities like that today, and that sundown, they're called sundown cities, where black cannot go there after the sun go down without the threat of being shot. And that's terrible that we have places like that, because then you don't get to meet someone favorable like me. Because when I'm having a good time with people, I don't look at the time. I was there from the sun time till it went nighttime, and was happy to be around people. Want to hear my comedy, they laughed. We was on the same page, humans. And one of the things, so Richard called me, and that his family really liked me. And sometimes when you meet me, if you ever had a situation in the past with a black person or something, you may think twice, because you can't have a problem with a particular different looking American and think that all the different Americans are the same. I've seen a guy where he had a problem with a black guy and summed it up that all blacks was like that. There's some actors that I know who had a problem with a white guy and looked at it like, oh, they all like, no. Martin Luther King said, measure me up by the content of my character, not by my race, my color, my creed, my religion. Get to know me for myself. Like everyone knows, I believe in the spiritual God through his son, salvation, Jesus Christ. That's how I got salvation. Now, I don't put up to you how you should be worshiped. I never knock nobody down. People say, bro, how are you blessed? I give you my antidote. Not saying like, hey, that whatever you're doing, it may help you. Hey, Miss Darling, hey, handsome man and beautiful people is what she said. You know, I don't never beat nobody in the brow that they should live the way I live, because my way of thinking is totally different. But we all can believe there's one faith, one baptism, one spirit, one Jesus, God. That's my belief. I'm not knocking nobody else on how they do that. I don't like. I'm not a religious person. I don't go to the church buildings all the time. I prefer, and I'm not saying I wouldn't. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't. It's just that I find myself in tune more with God when I'm dealing with, you know, individuals who's like-minded as myself. Bad company corrupts good manners, and that's why I want to tell Carl, you're doing a good thing. The word of God say, blessed is the man who finds himself a wife, for he finds himself a good thing and obtain his favor in the sight of God. That's why sometimes my blessings is probably short, because I haven't found myself a good thing. I've been looking through all the wrong ways. Man, what? Get out of here. I'm sorry. My little 16-month-old puppy, he's a youngster, but he's big and going around messing around. But anyway, my words of encouragement is that whatever you're going through, take the time to sometimes laugh about it. Sometimes it could be strenuous within the family. You know, uh, I was having a disagreements with my mother and stuff, and she raised me to be rough and tough and hard as nails and stuff. And so now it sometimes it backfires on. They'll tell me, well, I was wrong for raising you like that. Well, it's too late now. But the God is like music to me, and music calms the savage beast. He woke me up this morning, so I couldn't complain. I had all my senses, and I have all my, I can see, I can smell, I can taste, I can hear, I can feel. I think I'm grateful. I can, I was able to get up and relieve myself without having a bag on my hip or somebody escorting me to the bathroom. I was able to communicate and understand the communication that was coming back to me. So the little things. One time back in the days, I was just a pity partying. I was going through a pity party, and somebody told me, you go outside and you look, you're going to see somebody doing way worse than you. I couldn't get a job. My money was low and all that. So I stepped outside, and the first thing I saw was a man in a chair, and he had the guy with this, he had this little stem thing coming from his mouth, and he had to lean his head forward because his legs and his arms were gone. And he was in an electric chair, moving it with his mouth. And it didn't stop him. And I was like, whoa. And I got the nerves to complain and stuff. Rollo, move. I got the nerves to complain about something and stuff. And now you see who's making an appearance. This is Rollo, y'all. Get off the screen. I don't got no waiver form for you. Go on now and stuff. So he wants to play. Will you go on? Stop, Rollo. He's 16 months old, y'all. And he weighs about 100 pounds. I've been raising him since he was 6 weeks, and he thinks I'm just dad, and he wants to know what I'm doing. So here, go do something there. Go over there. But stay encouraged. I'm in the process right now of moving my family. I could tell y'all some scenarios, but I always look at it like, Lord, work it out. I was also taught as a kid, what don't kill you makes you stronger. Whenever you're going through anything, those who knows me personally sees what I'm going through, I'm not going to let it bring me down because I'm not dead. So if it ain't killed me, I got to keep on moving. Now, once it's dead, once if it kills me, I can't do no complaining then. For real. Take me, Jesus. Take me right now, Lord. Take me. You ever see somebody just act like they're about to die, right? Take me right now. Take me, Jesus. Take me right. Now, you'll be saying that for a couple more hours or some days because it ain't your time. No man knows when that time comes. But believe me, it's not a date that you can take uh say a rain check. You can't take a rain check when it's your time. When that stamp say, okay, your time is over. There's nothing you can do. You can't say, hey, death, I know you're trying to reach me today, but can you wait till next Thursday? That's why they ask you to don't wait, don't procrastinate. Don't procrastinate on yourself. If anything you get from me, just know that God is closer to you than your own mouth. He's closer to you than the words that are coming out of your mouth. Sincerely, it is. And he's only going to put on you what you know, what you can bear. Does it get hard? Yeah. No one said it's going to be easy. You know, that's why I like, I talk with my veteran people. You know, they say boot camp is very strenuous. You know, sometimes you're going through thoughts if you made the right decision and everything, but you stick on in there. And next you know, you stick in there, and then you go through and you start seeing adventures. Sometimes you have to face stuff. It's adventures. Some people didn't make it back. Those who made it back, some may have deep issues. They was deep in some stuff, you know. But one thing I can say is I thank God for America. Literally, I'm not in no public office. I don't even believe in. I could never be a politician. I I can speak. Some people say you should be a politician, Roy. No, it's just too much responsibilities. I'm gonna get my vote in. I'm gonna give my opinions, but I can't even try to empathize with politicians. Like I don't understand why former President Donald Trump wants to be the president again. It seems like you got a lot of stuff going on. You can be a true ambassador because you go around the world. You got golf courses around the world and stuff, you know. But some people want that title. You ever had a job and somebody who you work with is equal, and then y'all both going up for a certain management position, and so then you don't get it, but the other person do. Don't it seem kind of funny that all of a sudden they got to change up the way they act? You know, just because you got a title doesn't mean that you have to change the type of person you are. That's what makes you become a manager, you know. But, I think I could have some good jokes with former President Donald Trump and laugh at stuff. I'm not a person going to bring up people's past and throwing them at them. Who am I to say anything? But it seemed like I would laugh. I may jostle with him and stuff. I was looking at, I haven't got to finish it off, but I was looking at the roast of Tom Brady on. I haven't got through it all. I haven't got to where he's roasting back. But I'm gonna tell you something. When you can laugh at your own problems or your own little mishaps and mistakes and stuff like that, it don't weigh nothing. I've had people try to throw things at my face and I start laughing and be like, I did do that, huh? Oh, wow. And it wasn't a tear. They couldn't tear me down because I laughed at it. Now, sometimes people real close to me sometimes can touch at the heartstrings, like my mother or my kids or some real close friends. You know, their opinions matters to me. But to the rest of the world, I don't explain myself. You know, while they're looking at me, they're not looking at themselves. And I don't wear my emotions on my sleeves. I walk in the belief of how I'm talking to y'all. Everything that I said, like when I said, when the world sends you lemon, make juice, I meant that. Each new day is the beginning of the remaining of your life. I meant that. Now is laugh at your problems. You're going through anything. I dare you to say, Lord, come into my life, forgive me of my sins. Please do it for me. And you got to have patience and you got to have faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, with the evidence being not seen. And then don't always worry about somebody who's acting like they so holy. Some people are so holy. That's why the word of God says so many are godly, but have no power. Therefore, men run away. See, I have people attracted to me because I'm no bigger than the grains of sand that I stand on. You know, I'm not concerned sometimes. I could be worth the $30 million, and I think I'm gonna still be I'm a philanthropist. So if they give me 30 million, I'm more likely going to end up with 15 because I'm a philanthropist who believe in giving half of what I have to help mankind. If I don't have the money, I have the effort to be able to help, if it makes sense. So, and you're looking at a person who wanted to give up. You're looking at a person who, at a time in my life, I wanted to commit suicide, literally. And it wasn't just overnight. It ran in my head for a few weeks. And every day was a battle within myself, encouraging myself, even when encouragement wasn't around, but I encouraged myself. If it doesn't kill you, then you're just getting stronger. Just understand that my grandfather said he won't put on you more than what you can bear. God said, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. We as humans make it harder. We think, what this person going to think about? How they going to look at us? Oh, God don't please when you're doing all that. He said, take it to sparrows, toil they not. I'm gonna share something with you. I got to see an illustration about the sparrows one day. I was thinking about this scripture one day, taking the sparrows told they not. And I was walking in downtown LA. I was leaving from my job and I had to walk to the Pico station. So it was a little walk, and there was a little convenience store. And I was probably like about 50 or 60, feet away, but I'm walking towards the in that direction, and this guy is coming out the store, and he had a big old bag of Cheetos, and he opened up the Cheetos while he was walking out of the store, and the little threshold thing in front of the store, he kind of stumbled, and when he stumbled, about 5 or 6 Cheetos puffs, it was a Cheeto puffs, popped up out the bag, and he looked down at him like, oh. I'm the same way. I want to eat every Cheeto that's in the bag. I don't want none of them to drop. There ain't nobody around her. Kiss up to God, right? But but he just wanted to walk away. As soon as he walked away, before I can get there, about 8 or 9 sparrows came down, got them some Cheetos, was tearing up, breaking, and took off. Didn't work, didn't toil. But was ate. It's like, and as quick as they did, it's like, hey man, I think some Cheetos some food's about to come out there. They was lined up. As soon as them Cheetos came out that bag, and that dude walked away, them birds came down. I walked around in the street to let them know you don't have to worry about me. They looked at me like, we ain't concerned with you. Even Bob Marley in a song said, I woke up this morning, I was smiling at the rising sun. 3 little birds outside of my doorstep. They were singing a sweet song. Hey, the melody was smooth and true. They were singing, "This is a message for you." And what they were singing, don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be all right. Now, you don't have to like the tone that I sing. Look the song up. Bob Marley, Three Little Birds. See, we as humans are in line with each other, the spirituality. And it's for us to don't want nobody to go fall into the whims of this world and stuff, or go to find yourself going to hell, because the road to hell is wide and unassuming. I mean, there's people galore. The road to salvation is straight and narrow. And they said few people go by. And I'm trying to be one of them few people. I'm hoping that you try to be like, if you feel me. But instead of sounding too cliches, whatever you do, just think that someone's doing worse than you. And if you're not dead from the problem, and don't kill yourself, because it ain't that serious, but look for a better day. And like I said, if Big Hank, I'm about to close it down. Sorry, we're not going the full hour, but if Big Hank was here, he'd say, God is not to be mocked. What a man sows is what a man reaps is what he sows. What you bury in that ground is what you're going to harvest. So I suggest you till up your ground, that's your soul, and say, Lord, forgive me of my sins, and come into my life. And guess what? You'll see your harvest a lot better. Hey, what's up, Jeremy, man? Thank you for being present, man. I was wanting to explain to everybody, I was cutting it short today. I'm in the process of moving and getting a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff was, but I'm dedicated and I'm loyal. And any chance if I can give a testimony, because I'm still here and you still here, and that's a blessing. And I thank God for every single person who listening, who's watching, knowing that, look, I'm no bigger than the grains of sand I stand. I'm for real. I'm an humble individual. Sometimes I get upset. That's the human side. Even the word of God say, anger, but sin not. I'm not going to go kill a person. I was telling somebody earlier today, I said, shoot, not today. They ain't going to tell me this and that and hit them in their face. I'm asking, Lord, forgive me. And forgive me for that one too. But just know that there's an entity, in which is spiritual God. It's not just me. He said, kill the tacos. I don't know. Hoping that he's talking about the food, eating them all up. He said, tacos are amazing. That's right, man. And so, hey, look here, man. I got much love for everybody. Sorry, I was cutting it short because there's a lot of stuff that I'm taking care of. Please keep me in your prayers, because I pray for every individual who comes on this show, who watches. And we're on 8 other platforms. It's not just the platform of you watching from my YouTube, but it's 8 other under the WO Entertainment. And just want to give a big shout out again to Richie King and his family. Got major love for him. And I just want everybody to know is to smile, because I love you, but God loves you more. Hey, I'm out of here. God bless everybody. Peace.
Welcome to the Roy Anthony and
Every
Friends show.
Tuesday and every Thursday.